Hello, friends. Mary here with Boomers Blooming. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and you enjoyed yourself, your family, your friends, your food, your festivities, your celebrations, and all of that. And I hope you all had a wonderful time. Now we're moving on down the road to Christmas. So a lot of you guys are probably out doing your Christmas shopping. Some of you are already planning your Christmas meal. You're planning the guests that you're going to have over if you're going out of town to be with family and friends. So I guess a lot of you all are in the planning process for Christmas. And then we'll be moving on to the New Year. New Year, January 2026. How exciting. So I got up this morning and I was thinking, I made a video maybe a couple of months ago on hot water cornbread. And since then, I found a better way to make it. Now, I still like the cornbread that I made on that video. It was very thin and real crunchy. So I still make it like that too. But I also found out how to make it thicker and more like stovetop cornbread, on the stove. And it's really delicious. So I'm in the kitchen today and I'm going to make hot water cornbread that's going to be thicker. Okay, I went to Golden Corral, well, not Golden Corral, I went to Cracker Barrel yesterday. I didn't eat there, but I did a takeout of pinto beans and turnip greens. I love those pinto beans and turnip greens from Cracker Barrel. And they gave me 2 little tiny cornbread muffins. When I got home, I'm like, oh man, these cornbread muffins have gotten so tiny and they only gave me 2. So, I have leftover turnip greens and leftover pinto beans that I'm going to eat today. And I'm going to make some hot water cornbread to go with them. And I'm going to slice some tomatoes and onions. And I'm going to just sit down and have a feast. So, I'm going to start out by putting some grease in the skillet. I'm going to get my grease hot. Why? Because it doesn't take long to make hot water cornbread. It's only 2 ingredients. It's cornmeal mix and hot water. And see, on my last video, the reason my hot water cornbread was so thin is that I actually put hot tap water from the sink. I didn't know you had to put hot boiling water. It makes it better when you do that. So I have my kettle on. It's on. And it's hot. And it's steaming. And I'm getting my oil ready. Okay? Okay, and I'm gonna let that get hot. And so while that's getting hot, I'm going to prepare hot water cornbread. Okay, so I have it set up right here. I have my cornmeal mix. Okay, and I have my let me rinse this out. Hold on. Hold on, friends. Let me just rinse this out. Now, I'm going to add my meal. Okay? Hope you all can see this. And it's just me. I think I'm going to put that's 1 heaping, see that? Spoonful. That's 2 heaping spoonfuls. And that's 3 heaping spoonfuls, okay? And you know what? I think I'm going to put 4. Because you can always put this, you can always wrap the finished product of your hot water cornbread in aluminum foil or whatever and put it in the refrigerator. And then if you want to eat it later or the next day, you just put it in the air fryer and it's just as good. The air fryer is just as good. I wouldn't put it in the microwave. I put it in the air fryer, which makes it crispy. Okay? So, here's my cornmeal mix. And let me check on my skillet here. Okay. Now, I'm going to add my hot water. Like I said, it's been, see there? Hot water. It has come to a boil. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to stir it. Well, I put more milk in here than, well, I know how much I put in here, but it's taking more water than I thought it would. But that's all right, friends. And you want to kind of stir this, you know, because you don't want it to really lump up a lot. So, let me put some more hot water in here. This is going to make a lot. This is going to really make a lot. Let me put some more water in here. Because see, it's the hot water that holds the meal together. It is the hot water that holds the meal together. Okay? See? See that? And that's all it is, cornmeal mix and hot water. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more hot water because all my cornmeal is not saturated. Okay? So a little bit more. Because like I said, this cornmeal swole up on me. Yep, it swole up on me. But I think that's going to be enough hot water. So, you stir it up really good. Okay? Stir it up really good. You know, get it from all around the sides. I'm going to put my kettle back on. My grease should be hot. Okay? See, it's just regular grease. See that? See? Okay. I'm going to add my hot water cornmeal mix. See that? See that? See? So I'm going to add it now. And this is going to make a lot. I have cornbread for 4 days. So this, I'm going to drop it in. You can hear it sizzling. You know what? I forgot, friends. I forgot to put my apron on. I knew it was something I was forgetting. You can hear it sizzling in the skillet. Ooh, these are going to be good. I actually made 5 of them. Yeah. Get a little bit more out. Now, the grease is hot. They're in the skillet. Hold on. Oh, I'm surprised. You know, my tripod is bothering me, and it's doing real well because it can get real temperamental sometimes and not want to stay with me. And I have to go back and adjust it. You know what I'm saying? And I hate having to do that, but you have to do what you have to do. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this bowl with soap because it's okay. Now, I'm gonna turn the skillet down a little bit. We'll kind of smooth these out some. Okay, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. See that, friends? See that? See that? Let me see if I can get my, oops, see that? And that's why I need my apron on. Because I don't want the grease to pop all over me. Now. You know, I actually like these better than the thin ones, like I said. And I actually like these better than putting egg and milk in it and making it on top of the stove. You know how you put your egg and your milk in there and you make it on top of the stove? I actually like the hot water better. I like the consistency of the hot water cornbread. I really do. So, now, I think I need a little bit more oil. I'll put a little bit more oil here because I want them crispy. And since I didn't put oil in the mixture itself, it doesn't hurt to add oil and make them crispy, okay? So, I'm going to show you how they look. See that? See that? See that? Okay. Now, put them back on the stove. And I'm going to wash off my spatula. Because I'm going to need that to turn them over. You know, friends, put down there in the comments some of the things you did for the holidays. Some of the dishes you cooked. Put down there in the comments some of the dishes you plan on cooking for Thanksgiving. Now, I know, not Thanksgiving, Christmas. Now, I know some people don't like, some people you have turkey and dressing and all of that for Thanksgiving. And they don't want that again for Christmas. They change up. Now, I love turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce, and I can eat that for Thanksgiving and Christmas because I love it. It's one of my favorite meals. But now, some people, see there? Come on, camera. Come on, tripod. Okay, come on. Let's see. How do I do it? Like that? Okay, and it'll come back. See, this tripod is learning me, and I'm learning the tripod because it's not the camera. It's the tripod that makes the camera follow me. Okay? Now, let me see. But anyway, getting back to my conversation. Ooh. Turn these up. Oh, yeah. They're getting just as crispy and brown. Oh, yeah. These are going to be good. I'm going to have these for days because they're fat, too. They're big and they're fat. Getting back to what I was saying. I could eat Thanksgiving dinner, turkey and dressing, cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving, and I could eat it for Christmas, and I could really eat it for New Year's because I love it just that much. But there are people who say, well, we had that for Thanksgiving. We had turkey and dressing for Thanksgiving, and let's change up. Let's have something different for Christmas. So, and that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with changing up. Ooh, these are getting just as brown. Ooh, let me squish them down just a little bit. Squish, squish, squish them down just a little bit. These are really browning up very nicely. These are going to be good. See that, friends? See that? Look how nice they are. Ooh, these are going to be so good. These are going to be so good. So, I was thinking, I was in the store yesterday picking up a few items, and I ran across some oxtails. Oxtails are very expensive. I remember when oxtails used to, they practically were giving them away. This has been years ago, though, years ago. But I guess people like oxtails, and they have become a delicacy. a specialty. I always had a problem trying to say that word, delicacy. So, they are expensive now. They're expensive. So I was in the store yesterday, like I said, and I had been looking at them at this grocery store that I go to. I like their meats. And I had been looking at them, and I had been thinking to myself, I like oxtails. Sometimes I stew them down, and I put rice in the stew and with the oxtails. Sometimes I put white potatoes in there. They are really good. So, they had about 5 packs out because they're so expensive now. They're not going to put a whole lot of packs out there. And these packs were $32, $31, $33. I found a pack. I really splurged. I found a pack for $32.95. Just say $33. They were beautiful. You know, sometimes oxtails can be packaged with so much fat on them. The butcher had trimmed most of that fat off, and they were so lean and fresh looking. And I like, man, I'm going to splurge and I'm going to buy these oxtails because this is the best pack of oxtails I have seen in a year because they have so much fat on them. And when I buy them, I have to bring them home and get that fat off before I cook them. But these were beautiful. And I would show them to you if I hadn't put them in the freezer, but I have them in the freezer now. They were $33. I'm like, Mary, these things are $33, and it's probably 2 servings. But then I said, I'm going to buy them anyway. I'm going to treat myself because I like oxtails. I'm not going to do it all the time. But this is the prettiest pack of oxtails I have seen. Trimmed so nicely, pretty much all that fat, nice and fresh looking. And so I bought them. So, getting back to what I was saying for Christmas dinner. I'm thinking I'm going to, either for Christmas or New Year's, I'm going to cook those oxtails. Now, I have a hen in the freezer that I really need to cook up because it's been in my freezer for a year. And so I need to cook it. So I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to cook it for Christmas or maybe later on during the year, the coming year. Or I just might take that hen out of the freezer and cook it for Christmas and make those oxtails. Because I kind of think I may have a date. I'm not really sure. Someone to come over and have dinner with me. And then I never know who may show up. So I'm thinking, because sometimes nobody shows up. And it's just me and Charlie. Well, Charlie likes turkey. He likes hen, because it's not a turkey, it's a hen. He likes hen, and he likes oxtail. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. I may cook both of them, you know, or I may cook one of them. Now, if I cook the oxtails and not the hen, I would probably put them over rice. I probably would make some fresh collard greens. You know, buy a fresh bunch of collard greens, pick them and clean them and put them on. And I'm thinking what else I would have with them, because I would have the oxtails and the rice and the collard greens. And I'll probably slice some tomatoes and onions and cucumbers, you know, as a side dish. And I would make some hot water cornbread, a pitcher of lemonade, and then I have a dessert. I think that would be enough. I hadn't really decided, because if I cook the oxtails, I'm going to make them with rice. And I'm going to make those fresh collard greens. And I might even have some fresh string beans too. You know, it just depends on my energy level. Hold on. Let me look at the hot water cornbread. Because I get talking to you guys and I burn it up. Oh, these are coming up really nice. Yes. And all it is hot water. You have to get your hot water boiling there. Like I said, when I made them the last time, I used hot tap water. Hot tap water does not get it. You need to have that water hot. Because if you don't put the hot water in there, they won't stick together and they'll crumble up. I found that out. See that? Look at that. Look at how brown those are. Now, getting back to what I was saying. It just all depends. Because I may take that hen out. And since I was not home for Thanksgiving, I really didn't have a Thanksgiving dinner here. Because I like my dressing. I like to make my dressing. That hen is not a big hen either. It's more like a chicken. Okay, they call it a hen, but it's more like a chicken. So it probably wouldn't be too much if I just baked the hen and made a little thing of dressing. And then had the oxtails over rice, my fresh collard greens, some fresh string beans, some hot water cornbread, my chopped cucumbers, onions, and tomatoes, and a jug of lemonade. And then later on some dessert. I have to think about the dessert because I might make a sweet potato pie. I hadn't made a sweet potato pie. I normally make them for either Christmas or Thanksgiving. And I haven't, this year I haven't made any. So I may even make a sweet potato pie for dessert. It just all depends on my energy level. I may have to take 2 vitamins. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I haven't made my mind up as far as what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to dish these up in a few minutes. And like I said, I went by Cracker Barrel yesterday and I got 2 servings. I got 2 servings of their pinto beans and 2 servings of their turnip greens. And like I said, those little tiny corn muffins, they only gave me 2. So I ate a serving of pinto beans and turnip greens last night with those little small cornbread muffins. So now I have some fresh hot water cornbread to eat with the second serving of pinto beans because I love that pinto beans. And like I say, the turnip greens. Hold on. So put down in the comments some of the things you think you may be making for Christmas. If you're planning on cooking for Christmas. If you're planning on going out. You know what I've noticed, that people have started going out for these holidays. I believe Cracker Barrel was open for Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. I know Golden Corral was. Golden Corral is open on Thanksgiving. It's open on Christmas Day. And I've gone there with family and friends on those days, on those holidays, and it is packed. Whole families, grandpa, grandma, daughter, grandkids, babies. It's packed. People come there and eat, and then they leave, and they don't have to prepare the food. They don't have any cleanup. They just fellowship and eat. And the food is pretty good, too. So, I'm not going to do that this year, though. I think I'm going to cook at home. I don't think I want to go to Golden Corral. But Golden Corral is open. And a lot of other restaurants. Because, when I was coming up, friends, these restaurants were closed. They were closed. Now, see, my tripod won't act up. Come on, tripod. Okay, there you go. See, we're learning. We're learning each other. Look at here, friend. Oh, come on back over here now. I want to show you. Look at that. Look at that. Hot water cornbread. Now, I'm going to dish them up on a plate. Because they're done, really. I'm going to dish them up on a plate. Oh, camera, you're following me. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Oh, you know what? Today, we've been having a lot of rain, and it's cold here where I live. But the sun came out this morning. When I got up, I looked out the window and the sun was up. Of course, it's gone in now because it is overcast here. And it's warmer here. Yesterday it was really cold. But it's warmer today, and I see people out. Of course, they have their hats on and their coats on, and I think I'm going to get out. But it's warmer here today. The sun peeps out, then it goes in, then it peeps out, then it goes in. And so I call it overcast. So, but it's a nice day. All in all, it's a nice day. Okay. Now, let me get my plate. Now, I'm not going to eat these right away. Okay. I'm not going to eat these right away because I'm going to eat these I may eat them for lunch, or I may save them for dinner when I have my pinto beans, my turnip greens, and my cut up tomatoes and onions. Ooh, sounds so good. You know, I eat meat, but I'm not a big meat eater. And that being said, I can really eat without meat. Now, ooh, don't those look good? Look at that. Oh, can you see that? I can really eat without meat, but those turnip greens come with some type of meat in there for seasoning. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, these are hot water cornbread. I'm gonna break one apart and let you see what they look like on the inside. So, I'll probably eat these for lunch or maybe dinner. And like I say, you can wrap these, put them in the refrigerator, and then you can put them in the air fryer the next day, and they're just as good because I've tried that. Wow. Hold on, friends. Hold on. Let me cut it. Show you. Ooh, these are so good. They're hot too. Hot, crispy, and good. So let me get it over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? See there? Look at that. Whoop. Let me lay this down. See there? See if I can lift it up for you. Whoop. They're hot too. See that? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Whew. Look at that. Whew. In fact, You know what these remind me of too? I like fried grits. You have grits left over from breakfast, and the next day you just take them and you fry them in the skillet. I don't know if you all can hear that crunch. But they're so crunchy and good. They're delicious. It's like I said, I think I like these better than cornmeal with an egg and a little milk and then frying it on top of the stove. I think I like the hot water cornbread on top of the stove better than the other ones. Cornbread patties, I think that's what they call them. Look at that. Look at the crunch. See the crunch? You know what? You don't need any butter or anything on these. They're fine on their own. Oh, when they're so hot and good. See that, friend? Look at the consistency of them. Can you hear that crunch? I love crunchy stuff. Yeah. So, getting back to what I was saying, I made 5 of these, but they won't go to waste because you can wrap these and pop them in your air fryer. See there? Look at that. And they're just as good. Just don't leave them in the air fryer too long.